Okay everyone, good morning, good afternoon. Just doing a bit of a different video this morning. I'm just about to prepare my breakfast. Now the reason why I'm doing a different video based on what I normally have for breakfast is simply because I want to give you an example of what you do when you can't get all the ingredients for your meal. So last night I was in Lidl. I went in to pick up my Skyer yogurts and every single one of them were gone. All right, it happens every now and again, but normally I go in when I have a couple left, but just the way the week had gone, I had none left. Sorry, I know you can't see me in the video, but I need to get the food in focus. So what I ended up doing was looking at what other options were there, and the options that had the least calories in them was this yogurt here. Now I've got this before. It's okay. It doesn't taste. It's just plain natural yogurt, right? So there isn't a whole lot of taste in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this instead of my Skyer. Now normally a Skyer yogurt is 300, well it is, it's not normally, it is 350 grams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 200 grams of this, right, which will give me about 100 calories worth. And I'm going to have a scoop of this for flavor. Okay, this is just protein powder, so I'm actually going to get a bit more protein because there isn't as much protein in this as I would get in a Skyer yogurt. Remember, I'm only deviating from the norm here because they didn't have it in stock. This was only like 150. So if I go back into Lidl tonight and they have a full tray there, I'll pick it up and this stuff will get put to the back of the fridge and most probably eventually get moldy and be thrown out. But it's a temporary solution for a problem. And basically I just didn't get to Lidl quick enough and someone beat me to it. Anyway, regardless, so I'm going to have that, have a banana as always, have 10 grams of walnuts, and now that these are back in stock, I'm going to have these. I used to have these all the time. So for those of you that get my meal plan, these are always in my breakfast pretty much. Now, I'm actually just going to prepare the whole thing so you can see what I do. Very simple. Weighing scales. Bowl, regular bowl. So what I do is, now everyone's scales are different, but they all do the same job. They're to weigh food. So I'm going to switch it on, and it's at 0, right? Now had I've done this, had I've switched it on with nothing on it, it's zeroed. Then when I put the weight on, it weighs the weight of the bowl. So I've zeroed it. Now I'm going to put the banana in. So literally, I just peel the banana. Obviously, wash your hands. And I'm breaking up the banana just so as I can have it, because I'm going to break it up with my spoon anyway when I'm eating it, but I'm just making it easier for me. But as you can see, the weight is going up as I'm doing it. Alright, that's the banana done. What are we at? So that banana is 56 grams. Bananas are crazy. Some bananas, massive bananas, can be well over 100 calories. So the typical banana though I have is about 80. So that was a small one. So I zero it. So that's 56. Now, obviously, it'd be useful if you're making notes and you write it down. So I'm just going to make a note here. So banana is 56. These, I don't need to weigh these because they're standard weight, 14 grams in each pack. So when I have it in my Fitness Pal, it already brings the information in. I've emptied it in. Check it to make sure you're getting the most out of it. It's empty. Right, so zero it. Now, the walnuts. I like to keep this, don't go too nuts with walnuts because they're quite high in fat, but you do need fats in your diet. So I'm very particular about this. So I put them in till I get to, that's 9. Right, so I'm at 11, right? So that's 11 grams. So make a note, 11. And yes, I would put 11 rather than 10, just habit. Now what I like to do is I just like to break them up. Nice and small and fine. So as it kind of spreads around the entire meal. Alright, so that's that. Now, next is the yogurt. I'm going to have 200. So, zero it, and I just literally pour it in. So this is a 1 kilo pot. So that means I'd get 5 meals out of this if I was eating it regularly. So 198. Oh, there we go, 200. Better just wipe all that off the side or the wife will kill me. Okay, so I'm going to add a scoop of protein now, but I'm going to do so for 2 reasons. Number one, to bring up the amount of protein I would normally get from a skyer. So this 100 grams is 6 grams of protein. So I've had 200, so that's 12 grams of protein. I normally get 30 out of a skyer. All right. So scoop of this is 120 calories. Now I don't need to zero this anymore. I'll tell you why. Because these scoops are standard, just like the raisins. It's standard. Scoop of protein. Now that flavour is a caramel toffee fudge, 120 calories. And that there is my breakfast. Wouldn't be much use without a spoon, but that's what it looks like so far. And I just jump in, give it a good mix. Now obviously this took about, this video is running nearly 7 minutes, so this took me, if you're watching it, 7 minutes, but I'm making this on my own, just without a video, made within like 3 minutes. Like I don't have time to be hanging around making this. I just want it quick, done. Now you might want to put, depending on what your macros are, I mean, in a video I've done previously, I talked about my understanding of macros, which is you have your macros. The more protein you have is because you're doing resistance training, you're wanting to build up your muscle. Now I'm not talking building them up like He-Man, I'm just talking either maintain muscle mass or get a bit of lean muscle like I have. So now what I like to do here, particularly because I'm using a different yogurt, not a Sky yogurt, and I've mixed it up slightly differently because I've added protein, is I might let this sit in the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even longer, just because it's a little watery, you see that? So if I leave it sit in the fridge, that'll thicken for me, and it'll be more like the Sky yogurts that I'm used to. So that's the only reason why I might do that. Doesn't change anything to the, well, I don't believe it does. It doesn't change anything to the value of the meal, other than it might just change the consistency up slightly more. Okay? Hope this was useful to you.